Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. So I did already prep my nails and applied my own peel off base coat off camera. I also applied my 3XL square nail tips that I got from Amazon off camera. If you're interested in these nail tips, I will leave a link in the description below. I did cut them down just a little bit and now I am applying my gel base coat to all of the nail tips and I would cure for 30 seconds. Usually I would buff the surface of the nail tips to remove the shine and then apply the gel base coat. But since I'm not keeping these nails on for that long, I decided to skip that step. However, if you're keeping your nails on for a longer period of time, please make sure to buff the surface of the nails to remove the shine and then apply the gel base coat. So I'm doing a Valentine nail set using gray polygel. I know gray is not really synonymous with Valentine's, but I really wanted to use it. I really love this gray polygel. I used it last year for one of my Christmas nail designs. So I just wanted to use it again because I just love it. So I'm using my Beetles polygel brush because I really like this polygel brush. So I'm also going to be using my Makartt nude polygel. This nude polygel is really old. I probably had it for like 2-3 years now, but there is some in it, so I needed to use that. So I'm just applying a small bead of the nude polygel to the middle nail and I'm forming a French smile line. And this layer needs to be manageable, so that's why it's not really big. And I'm just forming it around the cuticle area. And then I go up the nail a bit just to form that smile line that I want. And I make sure to be very patient with this nail because forming a French smile line looks easy, but it's not that easy because you want the nail to look uniform. You want the left side to look just like the right side. So it takes a lot of patience in order to do the French smile line. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I have to look at the nail from all angles just to ensure that the nail looks symmetrical and stuff like that. That's why this layer needs to be thin so that you can manage it, because if you apply a large bead of this polygel and the polygel might go all over the nail because polygel moves. Although Makartt polygel is really stiff, as long as polygel stays on your nails for a long period of time, the heat of your body usually melts the polygel a bit. It will take longer for Makartt polygel to really melt because it is a really stiff polygel, but it does melt a tad bit, and depending on how long you take, it could melt a lot. But Makartt polygel is really stiff, so it does take longer to do that, and that can then lead to flooded cuticles and just a huge mess, and we really don't want that to happen. So that's why the smaller the first bead, the better. So yeah, I cured that for 30 seconds and now I'm going in with my second bead, and this bead can be a lot bigger because I already have the shape that I want from the first layer. So I'm just going to be repeating the same thing and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So after looking at the nail from all angles, a bird's eye view shows that the left side is a little lower than the right side. So I didn't like that too much, so I'm going to be applying some of the nude polygel to that area right there just to get the nail looking similar. Well, just to get both sides of the nails looking similar, because when filing the nail I don't want any issues. It's always better to have the nail on level playing field on both sides, so that when you file you don't have to think about filing down one side a little more than the other and stuff like that. So I wanted it to be equal and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm doing that. I hope you all understand how I'm explaining it. So I'm doing that, and then I would cure for 30 seconds. So this is how the nail is looking. This is a side view, and then this is a bird's eye view, and it almost looks like, it does look like the left is now higher than the right, but that is okay. I could file it down from here because this layer is a bit too thick anyway. So yeah, that's something that you have to really understand nails in order to understand why I did what I did and why I didn't do certain things. The nail is really thick. I have to file it down, so when I'm filing it down, it wouldn't be that bad for me to just file one side a little more, because it's not an obvious height difference or thickness difference. As compared to the first time, the thickness difference was really obvious, but this time it wasn't. It was just a slight difference, so that's why I didn't bother to do that. So yeah, I filed the nail. I used rubbing alcohol to remove the tackiness first, and then I filed the French smile line just to get a crisp smile line. Now I'm going to be using this gray polygel, also from Makartt. I really love this gray polygel, and this gray polygel is really stiff. So if you of mine told me that I should use gel base coat when applying this polygel, and she really wasn't sure, because after she told me that, I told her I thought gel base coat was only used when polygel was really soft in order to control the polygel. So she was then confused, and I was confused, and she just told me that maybe I should just try it, you never know. And she was right. The polygel got so soft, so manageable. It wasn't like a bad soft, it was a good soft, and so manageable as compared to how it was before, because this polygel was really stiff. Oh my goodness. So it was really manageable after that. So yeah, I'm just evenly distributing the gray polygel on the ring nail right here, and when I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to be applying a second bead to the ring nail, and then I placed some more gel base coat just to make it a little more manageable, and then I just distribute it on the ring nail, and when I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure that as well for 30 seconds. and you can see that a bubble developed in the middle of the nail right there, and this is proof that this polygel got really soft, because from my experience, bubbles only develop in soft polygel. The stiffer the polygel is, the less likely there is to have any bubble in that polygel. Because if you all saw my last video where I used this polygel, it was so stiff. So this is a really cool nail hack. Not only is gel base coat used to manage really soft polygel, it's also used to get really stiff polygel manageably soft. So yeah, I showed a bird's eye view of my ring nail, and I also showed a side profile of the ring nail, and the nail was a bit lopsided and I wanted it to be even, or as even as possible. So I am just applying a small bead of the gray polygel in those areas just to get it to look symmetrical and like a well-shaped and structured nail. And then I would cure that for 30 seconds. I was going for the more boxy shaped nails, so that's why I really wanted the tip area of the nail to be like a rectangle. It was a bit lopsided, one side was a bit higher than the other, but I wanted it to be more like a rectangle just to get that boxy shape. And I cured that for 30 seconds. Now I'm just going to be applying the grey polygel to my French nail. So I just placed some of the grey polygel on the tip area of the middle nail, and then I'm using my gel base coat and placing some on the polygel, and then I distribute the grey polygel at the tip area of the middle nail and make sure that it is well shaped, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. But if you've reached this far in the video, don't forget to hit the like button below and comment your thoughts on the design, and don't forget to subscribe. So I cured that as well for 30 seconds, and this is how the nails are looking. Now I'm just using some rum and alcohol to remove the tackiness from those nails. Next, I'm going to be using some heart-shaped glitters. Since this is a Valentine nail set, it wouldn't be a Valentine nail set without some hearts. So I'm going to be using these pink heart-shaped glitters. And on the index nail, I applied a layer of gel base coat to the whole nail. Then I'm going to be picking up some of the heart-shaped glitters and placing it on the index nail. Then I cured for 30 seconds. Now onto the pinky nail, I'm going to be applying a layer of the gel base coat, and then I'm going to be placing the heart-shaped glitters to the tip area of the pinky nail. I'm not going to be placing none of the glitters at the nail bed area. And then I would cure that for 30 seconds. So this is how the nails are looking so far. Now I'm going to be applying a layer of gel base coat to the glitter nails just to keep the glitters from moving. Although I did cure the nails for 30 seconds, sometimes some of the glitters can still move. So I'm just making sure to seal in the glitters, and I'm also doing it because on the pinky nail I'm going to be doing an ombre nail. So I needed the glitters to have a smooth surface so that when I do my ombre nail, it fades nicely. If I didn't apply the gel base coat to protect the glitters and also to create a slip, I don't know how else to explain it, then when I did the fade, the polygel would have gotten into the spaces within the glitters, and I didn't want that to happen. So 2 reasons why I applied the gel base coat is to create a slip and also to protect the glitters from the polygel. So anyway, yeah, I did that and cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be encapsulating all of the nails. So I made sure to clean my dampened dish and stuff like that before I encapsulated the glitters, because I don't want anything that's not supposed to be in the nails to get in the nails. So by cleaning the dampened dish and also cleaning my polygel brush, it ensures that everything is clean, so the chances of anything getting on those glitter nails that's not supposed to be there is pretty slim. So I'm using my clear polygel, also from Makartt, and I'm just going to be encapsulating the index nail, pinky nail, and the thumbnail. But I think I only showed myself encapsulating 1 or 2 of the nails. I do not remember. So yeah, I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is after encapsulating the nails. Now I am using rubbing alcohol to remove the tackiness from all of the nails, and then I would file. So my filing is usually the same all the time. I make sure to file the sides of the nail, so I place my finger upside down so that I can see where the polygel is at on the nail and where I need to remove the excess, because these nail tips are already pre-shaped. So I'm using that as my blueprint or guide in order to know how much of the polygel needs to stay on the nail and how much needs to be removed. And I'm also using my 6060 grit hand files. I really like these hand files. I got them from Amazon. I would leave a link in the description below. And yeah, I'm just filing the nails, and I really like the shape of these nails. If I did not have on peel base, I would try the moon shaped tips, but with peel off base coat, I really don't want to try it because I really don't want to have to be reapplying these nails too many times. But one day I will try that moon shaped nails. It looks really good, but not today. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is after filing of the nails. Now I'm going to be using gel base coat first, and I'm going to be using it mostly on the gray polygel. I'm going to be using it on the pinky nail, middle nail, and the ring nail because those nails had a lot of scratches on them. And if I were to apply the gel top coat, you would still see the scratches on those nails. But by applying the gel base coat first and curing for 30 seconds and then applying the gel top coat, I don't see the scratches anymore, so that's why I decided to do it like that. So yeah, I'm just applying the gel base coat guys, not gel top coat yet, to those 3 nails and curing for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be using the matte top coat on the ring nail and the middle nail, and then curing that for 30 seconds. And it was really difficult for me to apply the matte top coat because I wanted to ensure that I apply the matte top coat to the whole nail, and usually I would know that if I didn't apply the gel base coat first because the nail is shiny, so I cannot really tell where I apply the matte top coat just yet. I would only know when I cure the matte top coat and notice anything different. So that's why I kept going over the nails a lot so that I can ensure that I apply the matte top coat throughout the nails. Because I didn't want to apply a second layer of the matte top coat, although you could, I just didn't. So I'm going to be using Cashmere, which is this grey gel polish from Nail Reserve. If you all are interested in purchasing anything from Nail Reserve, you can use my code. It will be listed on the screen and in the description below. So I'm going to be doing some nail art. I'm going to be drawing some hearts on the ring nails. So I used my dotting tool just to get the heart shapes going. So I placed 2 dots at the side of each other on the nail, and then I form my heart shaped nails, and I'm going to be doing a lot of them, and I'm not curing any of them until I am finished. So yeah, I'm doing that on the ring nail. So this is how it looks, and I haven't cured the nail art yet. Before curing, I'm going to be pouring some of this clear dip powder on the wet heart-shaped gel polish on the ring nail. Make sure to apply a lot of clear powder and do not tap off the excess. I had to apply some more. Keep the excess on the nail. Keep the excess dip powder on the nail and then cure it for 30 seconds. Then I'm just removing the dip powder, and this is how it looks, and I think it looks so good. So now moving on to the middle nail, I'm going to be doing the outline of the French smile line with the grey gel polish, and this was somehow tedious to do, and it was a little difficult because I wasn't getting the French smile line as good as I would want it to, and sometimes this still happens even though you have the French smile line right in your face. It's very difficult to still draw on the French smile line, and as you can see, it looks lopsided right here. I didn't like how that was looking, so I had to manipulate it a bit in order to get it to look symmetrical. So I had to remove some of the gel polish from the nail and redo it, and this sometimes happens. I do not know why. Maybe because I'm not a professional, but still I do not know why. And yeah, I'm just drawing the French smile line, and I did get it to look really good this time. And I'm using acetone to remove the gel polish on the nail, by the way. Now I'm just going to be doing some hearts on this nail as well. And by the way, the outline on the nail is still uncured. So this is how it looks when I'm finished. Now I'm going to be pouring some of the clear dip powder on the nail, and then I would cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying some gel glue to the pinky nail and the index nail. Then I applied some glossy top coat to the pinky nail. I should not have applied rhinestones to the index nail. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I should have applied the rhinestone to the middle nail, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the same thing on the index nail. Then I applied rhinestones to the pinky nail and the index nail and cured that for 30 seconds. I did the same for the thumbnail. So this is how the nails are looking. Now I'm going to be applying some glossy top coat to the underside of the glitter nails and curing that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So guys, this is the finished look. I think it turned out really good, but let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.